soft lights on Winter Avenue. We walk slow, we breathe slow. Footsteps echo on the pavement, muffled by the snow. Your scarf around my shoulders, lampposts in a row. There's a hush inside the city, like it knows how to wait. We pass the muted windows, keep our secrets late. On Winter Avenue, the nights are kind and low. A little bell, a distant glow. The world lets us go. We fold the sudden wonder into pockets of our coats on Winter Avenue. My quiet heart unfolds. Traffic hums like lullabies a city used to know. Cafe steam, a window seat. The afternoon moves slow. I watch the light trace edges of the late and tired day. Your laugh becomes a compass that will point my way. On Winter Avenue, the nights are kind and low. A little bell, a distant glow. The world lets us go. We fold a sudden wonder into pockets of our coats on Winter Avenue. My quiet heart unfolds. There's no need for stories louder than a breath. We trade our hurried reasons for a softer kind of rest. If holiday confetti hides behind the neon sign, we'll keep the little shimmer, not the pressure of the time. Let the bells be background to the moment we design. On Winter Avenue, the nights remember slow. The bell that rings in passing keeps the tiny dreams aglow. We fold our gentle secrets into pockets of our coats on Winter Avenue. Together we unfold. Keep the lantern, keep the hush. The city hums, we trust. A thread of light far off, like laughter through a wall. I saw tinsel in the distance, through the subway glass. A string of borrowed starlight, people moving past. You pull your coat a little tight, we share a paper cup. The city claims our footsteps, we let the minutes up. Tinsel in the distance, like a memory we borrow. Quiet in the middle of the rush, we find room to follow. Not shouting hallelujah, just a steady shimmering line. Tinsel in the distance, warming up the quiet time. Window signs are half awake, the snow is barely there. Cigarette smoke makes halos in the cold evening air. Your voice becomes the marker for the small and ordinary. No present wrapped in ribbon, just the moment we can carry. Tinsel in the distance, like a memory we borrow. Quiet in the middle of the rush, we find room to follow. Not shouting will shimmer. Tuck it where our pockets hide. Tinsel in the distance where our quiet wishes bite. Hold the light, hold the hush. The city keeps us close. Waiting on the other side. City mirrors in the shop front glass. 1,000 private rooms. We walk and leave a whisper in the elevator fumes. Snow settles on the edges where the sidewalk meets the light. You say one thing, I say nothing, and that feels right. Glass and snow, the evening folds around the two of us. Soft like a secret, soft like hush. We trade the hurried stories for a little room to slow. In the glow between the street and us, glass and snow. Candle in a distant bar, a vinyl needle drops. We keep our pace, not counting hours, not counting clocks. Your fingertip, remember the map of my slow breath. We write our little letters where the world forgets. Glass and snow, the evening folds around the two of us. Soft like a secret, soft like hush. We trade the hurried stories for a little room to slow. In the glow between the street and us, glass and snow. There's a comfort in a half-light where the city turns its face. We don't need fireworks or sermons, just a smaller kind of grace. If warmth could be a melody, I'd hum it like a vow. Let the city keep its sparkle, we'll settle in for now. Glass and snow, the gentle rhythm underneath the night. A whispered lullaby that keeps the edges right. We fold the daytime down until we only know this quiet, simple cadence. Glass and snow. Keep the window open, just a crack. The cold will teach us how to stay. Not all mistletoe asks for a kiss. Sometimes it asks for company. We linger in the doorway while the city rearranges light. A rooftop radio is playing songs that feel polite. Your hand finds mine by habit, not by calendar demand. I like the way the ordinary fits into your hand. Under midnight like a slow refrain. You mentioned distant cousins, we let the small talk blend. The street lamp draws a halo around the taxi's taillight fade. We're perfect in the little pause that we made. Under midnight mistletoe, we promised nothing loud, just a steady breathing rhythm, private from the crowd. No tinsel shouting louder than the small, sincere hello. Under midnight mistletoe, we let the evening flow. If someone asked for magic, we'd offer gentle truth, a moment that remembers everything we gave in youth. No spectacle required, just a candle passed in hand. We'll keep the ritual simple, a warmth, not a demand. Under midnight mistletoe, the world becomes our hush. We trade the noisy greetings for a softer kind of trust. No banners, no confetti, just the hush of steps that know. Under midnight mistletoe, the quiet grows and grows. Keep the mistletoe like a bookmark for the night. Turn the page slow. Streetlights cut like postcards in the rain that never quite arrives. You turn the radio down low and suddenly the quiet thrives. There's a faint sleigh light overhead, more memory than show. We keep our speech low tide, we let the minutes flow. Subtle Sleighlight on the freeway, city glass reflects the night. A little silver shimmer, not a single blinding light. We keep the windows cracked for songs we both have known. Subtle sleigh light on the glass, we let the evening go. Towns blink their honest bulbs as if to say they understand. We glide through anonymous scenes and hold a warmer hand. Your shoulder finds my shoulder like a practiced calm refrain. We don't demand a winner tale, we let the moment rain. Subtle sleigh on the freeway, city glass reflects the night. A little silver shimmer, not a single blinding light. We keep the windows cracked for songs we both have known. Subtle sleigh light on the glass, we let the evening go. There's comfort in a half note, in a drum that breathes between. We shape our tiny rituals in the space that lies unseen. If holiday means frenzy, we'll trade it for this drive. A practice kind of quiet that keeps both of us alive. Subtle sleigh light, gentle shimmer, minor chords that warmly glow. We hold the day like folded linen, let the sleepless city slow. No shout outs, no loud banners, just the hush we both well know. where subtle Sleighlight carries us together on the road. Keep the light thin and honest, the city gives us home. Writing on the frosty window, tracing shapes with sleepy hands. City lights are breathing slowly, quiet songs across the land. I've been hiding little feelings in the cold December air, walking home with thoughts that shimmer like a secret I can't share. Every whisper of the night says it's okay to take it slow, and the snowflakes on my sleeves tell me things I used to know. But you call me from the warmth, saying I don't have to stay alone. Every soft vibration in my pocket feels like home. Holiday glow, just a faint little spark, but it keeps me awake in the dark. I remember all the mornings we would talk until the sun. Now it's only quiet echoes, but the sentiment's not gone. City corners hum with silver, fading gently into blue. Even in the frozen silence, something leads me back to you. You say come and take a breath, stay a while inside the light, and the gentle bells behind you make the evening feel alright. Holiday glow, just a faint little spark, but it keeps me awake in the dark. Maybe warmth isn't loud, maybe peace is just a trace, like the frost upon the window or the calmness on your face. Every step towards your door feels like season's soft embrace. Writing on the frosty window, watching letters fade away, but the warmth you send me softly always finds a way to stay. Ribbons on the midnight sky, floating over neon roads. Every quiet celebration feels like something unexplored. Got a message from you saying you're still out in the cold, waiting by the old cafe where the winter stories unfold. I can feel the rhythm rising as I walk along the street. Holiday beats in the pavement echo softly at my feet, and I know you're in that glow, wrapped in lights that flicker slow. Ribbons on the midnight sky, ribbons on the midnight sky, drifting where the cold winds blow, drifting where the cold winds blow. Even in the dark of winter, you're the light I follow slow. Cinnamon whispers drifting in the air, soft as quiet daylight falling everywhere. Lazy afternoons in winter never feel the same alone. But the moment that you call me, every shadow turns to gold. I can hear the gentle crackle of the season in your voice, like a record spinning slowly with the subtle tender noise. You say come and stay a while, let the world just fade behind. We don't need a reason now, only warmth we try to find. Holiday calming in the room where you are, soft as cinnamon air. From afar, there's a sweetness in the silence when we barely even speak, only breathing in of a calm and fragile week. Every light upon the window glimmers soft and amber red, and your presence wraps around me like a thought I've always kept. You say come and stay a while, let the world just fade behind. We don't need a reason now, only warmth we try to find. Holiday calm in the room where you are, soft as cinnamon air. From afar, in a season full of noise, maybe quiet is the key. Let the gentle, fragrant moments fill the space between you and me. Every second drifting by feels like soft serenity. Cinnamon whispers floating through the night. Holiday warmth in the softest light. Silver embers glowing faintly in the silent winter air. Every flicker feels like something waiting, something rare. Walking through the quiet streets where holiday lights barely shine. voice begins to fade. Time feels softer, like the edges of a warm and quiet shade. And the way you said my name neath the muted amber light still remains a trace of comfort in the coldest part of night. And I feel you in the glow, in the warmth that moves so slow, in the gentle silver shimmer that the city starts to show. Every ember in the night makes the memories ignite, holding on to something bright. Even shadows feel alive when the season turns serene. Every step along the walkway feels like something in between, where the quiet of the winter meets the warmth of what we've been. Silver embers glowing softly through the drifting winter breeze, lighting up forgotten dreams with gentle ease. Soft echoes fall like tinsel on the calm December tide. Every gentle tone reminds me of the warmth you used to hide. Through the windows of the cafe I can see the season breathe. Patrons wrapped in heavy sweaters, steam that circles as they leave. I sit quietly in the corner, letting snowfall mark the time. And the music on the speakers forms a soft and silver line. Then your message lights my phone like a glow I used to know. Every word a little echo from a place we couldn't show. Holiday hush drifting slowly tonight, soft as tinsel caught in the light. There's a fragile kind of peace when the city calms its pace. And I think about the moments when you held me in that space. Now the world is turning slower and my thoughts return to you, like a melody forgotten but still somehow ringing true. Then your message lights my phone like a glow I used to know. Every word a little echo from a place we couldn't show. Holiday hush drifting slowly tonight, soft as tinsel caught in the light. Maybe memories don't fade, maybe they just rearrange. In the stillness of December, every silence starts to change, and the echoes gently settle in the spaces we exchange. Soft echoes fall like tinsel through the quiet street, glowing low and warm. Soft vibrations echo gently through the calm before the storm. I walk slowly past the bakeries that close before the night, smelling sugar in the distance, watching windows flicker light. Every step becomes a refuge from the days that ran too fast. In the quiet lantern hours, all the chaos seems to pass. And your voice calls through the cold, steady, gentle, soft and bold, saying I don't need to wander through this season all alone. Holiday warm in a whisper so clear, pulling me quietly near. There's a solace in the silence that the winter tends to bring, like the pause between our memories when we hear the church bells ring. I keep thinking of the evenings when we shared that little room, lit by lanterns in the corner, casting amber into gloom. Then your voice calls through the cold, steady, gentle, soft and bold, saying I don't need to wander through this season all alone. Holiday warmth in a whisper so clear, pulling me quietly near. Every glow along the street feels like something meant to guide. Every shadow on the pavement feels like time we set aside. And your words become the warmth that settles somewhere deep inside. Lantern lights along the quiet street, shining softly as I hear your voice leading me near. Snowdrift letters I never sent, scattered thoughts that came and went. I've been writing little phrases in the corners of my mind, tiny stories tied with silence that I never let you find. Winter makes the world so fragile, every breath a silver note. In the quiet of the evening, there are words I wish I wrote. But the snow keeps falling slow, covering the roads we know. Every flake a tiny echo of the warmth we used to show. Holiday hush in the lines I avoid, letters drifting into the void. Sometimes memories feel lighter when December settles in, and the past becomes a whisper on the surface of my skin. I've been holding on to moments that I never meant to keep, letting thoughts of you return when the city falls asleep. But the snow keeps falling slow, covering the roads we know. Every flake a tiny echo of the warmth we used to show. Holiday hush in the lines I avoid, letters drifting into the void. Maybe I'll release them all, every thought the season, like the wind across the tide, even unseen. Little letters still can warm me deep inside. Snowdrift letters falling soft into memories I forgot. Warmth inside a crowded night, hiding from the winter air. Urban lights like fading embers, glowing softly everywhere. I found refuge in a corner where the world felt far away. Steam from cups and gentle laughter, painting colors in the gray. Every sound became a comfort, every moment slowed its pace. Holiday warmth filled the room like a quiet, calm embrace. And your presence lingered near, even though you're not quite here. Like a hearth glow in the city when the winter days are drear. Soft reflections dancing slow in the glass. Moments I don't wanna pass. I recall the nights we spent in little cafes out of sight, talking softly, sharing glances in the amber candlelight. Now the season feels familiar, carries echoes of those hours. Urban hearts along the streets, warming hearts like hidden flowers. And your presence lingered near, even though you're not quite here. Like a hearth glow in the city when the winter days are drear. Soft reflections dancing slow in the glass. Moments I don't wanna pass. Maybe warmth is not a fire, maybe it's a place in mind. Maybe it's the way we breathe when we leave the world behind. Holiday calm in the glow we still find. Warmth inside a crowded night, shining like a quiet flame. Urban hearts that whisper your name. Velvet lines across December, written in the evening haze, fading gently like a rhythm, drifting through the holidays. There's a comfort in the darkness when the city dims its glow, like a secret pulse of quiet that the winter seems to show. I recall the sound of footsteps when we walk that narrow lane. Every echo in December brings your presence back again. And the velvet of the night wraps around me soft and tight, painting memories of the warmth that used to guide my fading light. Holiday shade drifting slow through my mind, traces you still left behind. I've been chasing little moments that the season tends to spark. Watching lights on frosted windows flicker softly in the dark. Every whisper in the breeze feels like something you once said. Every shadow on the pavement brings the winter to my head. And the velvet of the night wraps around me soft and tight, painting memories of the warmth that used to guide my fading light. Holiday shade drifting slow through my mind, traces you still left behind. Maybe winter isn't cold, maybe it just feels like change. Softer edges, deeper breathings, rearranging what remains. Let the velvet lines remind me of the comfort in the strange. Velvet lines across December, glowing in the quiet air. Echoes of you everywhere. Soft intervals of Noel drifting lightly through the room. Barely there, how now me floating in the winter gloom. There's a gentleness that settles when December slows its beat. Every step upon the carpet feels like comfort at my feet. I can hear the distant hum of bells, but faint as morning dew. Barely sharp enough to echo, just enough to think of you. And the silence feels like peace, giving all the noise release. Every fragile little moment brings a soft internal ease. Holiday notes in a delicate tone, never loud, but fully grown. I sit quietly by the window, watching shadows fill the glass, letting time flow in the stillness while the busy hours pass. Every thought becomes a murmur, drifting slow across the night. Every memory from you becomes a tiny source of light. And the silence feels like peace, giving all the noise release. Every fragile little moment brings a soft internal ease. Holiday notes in a delicate tone, never loud, but fully grown. Maybe calm can celebrate, maybe quiet has a spark. Even in the muted evenings there is brightness in the dark. Holiday hush, making room in the heart. Soft intervals of Noel fading gently into view. Every calmness leads to you. Windowlight bending down the quiet wall. Breath draws halos in the cold soft fall. The distant cars blur into a gentle sprawl. And I slow down just to feel it all. Dim streets coloring my room in blue. Every shimmer feels honest and true. Holiday tones drifting lightly through, fading enough to trace slow circles on the glass tonight, watching memories bloom in the pale moonlight. Nothing loud, just a moment held tight in the calm where my heart feels right. Unspoken words I never got to send. This season asks me who I've been. I answer softly somewhere near the wind, and I trace slow circles on the glass tonight, watching memories bloom in the pale moonlight. Nothing loud, just a feels right. Maybe winter slows the world for a reason, letting us breathe in the hush of the season. Truth grows clearer in the quiet between them, where the small things turn to meaning. Window light dims, but the stillness stays, a quiet echo for the colder days. But I feel fine. Slow beats sinking with the city line. Holidays echoing a subtle sign, barely ringing but perfectly aligned. And I walk this street like a quiet song. Nothing loud, nothing right or wrong, just a feeling I've been here all along, in a place where the nights belong. Shops glow faintly through the frosted air, muted colors painting memories there. Seasons, spirit floating everywhere, but soft enough I hardly care. And I walk this street like a quiet song. Nothing loud, nothing right or wrong, just a feeling I've been here all along, in a place where the nights belong. I'm breathing slow, let the moment stay, a rare kind of peace that doesn't fade away. Maybe this warmth was meant to stray into hearts that feel too much each day. Warm hush lingering like a distant view. Down the calm of this old avenue. Halo drifting softly through the night, silver traces glimmer out of sight. Winter hums in a warm low light. Footsteps in a soft ballet. Nothing hurried, just a slow display where our calm hearts find their way. Maybe the world saves quiet for nights like these, tying still links into gentle memories. A little sparkle drifting on the breeze, helping us breathe with ease. Silky midnight fades but leaves a glow, a secret warmth only I may know. Soft embers glow through the winter night. Streets dim down but still feel bright. Quiet warmth in the fading light, holding me in something right. I wander slow past the empty square, deep breaths rising in the chilly air. Holiday murmurs everywhere, but low enough to feel like prayer. And I move through shadows soft and clear, finding comfort in what I hear. The hush of winter coming near, whispering things I hold dear. A gentle peace settles into place. Time slows down its usual pace. And though the cold wraps around my face, I feel held by this embrace. And then I'm through shadows soft and clear, finding comfort in what I hear. The hush of winter coming near, whispering things I hold dear. Moments like these are quiet fire, lighting pieces of old desire. Nothing grand, nothing higher, just warmth we slowly acquire. Soft embers drift as the night retires, leaving calm that never tires. chest, soft as a whisper telling me to rest. Lights fade slowly in the west. Tonight silence feels the best. Bare streets echo with a gentle tone. Every shadow feels like home. Holiday hints in the breeze have grown, faint but warm, softly shown. And I drift through this afterglow. Nothing certain, nothing I need to know. Just breathing with the falling snow, letting the peaceful rhythm flow. Moments pass like footsteps in the cold, slower now than I've ever told. But here the night feels quietly bold, turning silver into gold. And I drift through this afterglow. Nothing certain, nothing I need to know. Just breathing with the falling snow, letting the peaceful rhythm flow. Maybe the year turns slow for a reason. Saving a space in the heart for the season. A final breath, a gentle easing, where endings feel like healing. Ooh, winter quiet, fading low, leaving me in a soft afterglow. A final moment before I go into tomorrow's gentle